everybody, thank you so much for joining me again. I love that you keep coming back for some of these fun tutorials. It's still Halloween, so why not do another super simple costume idea? I'm trying not to go too over the top this year just because I feel like maybe a lot of my audiences are new moms because I'm a new mom, so maybe it's just that one-track mind. But I stole my daughter's cat ears from the Gymboree store, and somehow they fit my giant head. So we're gonna do an easy cat look that you could throw on and go trick-or-treating with your kids and not terrify them. So stay tuned to see a very easy feline tutorial. I've already put primer and foundation down. We're going to first do brows. With a cat, you can do a little bit more of an expressive, dramatic brow. So I'm gonna start using my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. You can see how kind of dramatic I went with that. We'll go over it in powder and make it a bit more dramatic as well. The brows are a fun element of this makeup, but it's not an essential piece. So if you don't have a brow pencil or you don't have the time to do your brows, don't worry, we're gonna do some contour, and you could even just do the cat nose and whiskers and walk out the door, really. But the brows start the kind of facial contour that gives us a bit more of a feline look. So that's why I'm going a bit more dramatic with them. I'm gonna take my brows a little bit deeper and darken them a bit. I have a angle brush, it's a MAC angle brush, and just a brow spoolie that I'm gonna use. And I'm using a dark brown color from my, my VISEART Basic 01 palette that I use all the time. So just gonna take a bit of this kind of dark brown color on my angle brush. And I'm just gonna go over my brows a little bit and see how this is an eyeshadow, so you don't have to go out and buy a brow powder or anything like that.
Feel like a chola, Madame Gâteau.
Now that our brows are done, we're gonna contour the face a little bit. I'm gonna use a deep color bronzer for this. It's not too warm of a tone. I think it's called MAC Blunt. It's a brown here. You could even use an eyeshadow if you don't have a deeper bronzer. And we're gonna see we may have to bring in an eyeshadow to make it a bit more pigmented. I'm using a small Morphe brush. I'm gonna take a bit of product on my brush. And I'm gonna start basically right there at the edge of that dramatic brow that we did, and come down the nose, and on the other side as well. You could cream contour this if you want, but I'm trying to think of what people might have in their own arsenal. You might have a bronzer or a brown eyeshadow. I'm gonna use my MAC 222 brush as well, with some colors from the VISEART palette. I'm gonna use this kind of, I'm gonna use this brown color right here. It's kind of a taupey brown. It's not as orangey as the bronzer. So I'm gonna come over that bronzer because I feel like it was a bit too warm. I'm going to contour my face as well. I'm gonna use my MAC 116, and I'm gonna use that MAC Blunt color again. I might mix it a bit with MAC Harmony. And we're gonna we wanna contour pretty harshly, because a feline face has very dramatic kind of cheeks, and I'm gonna kind of bring it down, almost like you would use for a skull makeup. And I'm gonna kind of bring down my hairline a bit too. I'm gonna use this really bright pink color called Pink Swodon. It's from MAC on my cheeks. Just using my Morphe brush. It's a foundation brush, but that's okay, because I'm just gonna tap a little bit on the outside of my cheek. Nothing too crazy, because a cat does not really have frosty cheeks or pink cheeks. I'm going to do a heavy highlight down my face. I'm gonna use that FENTY Fire Crystal color, MAC 235. It's got a synthetic side and a natural fiber side. We're gonna go straight down the middle of my nose. And I'm gonna bring it up into that area right above my brow. So I'm also gonna use that Fire Crystal color on the tops of my cheeks. And again, I'm gonna be kind of dramatic with that, because cats have very high cheekbones, at least mine do. And I'm gonna add some right there in my Cupid's bow. And I'm gonna go up pretty high. Next, we're gonna do our eyes. I'm going to do a couple colors on my eyes from the VISEART palette, the Basic 01. I'm gonna take this guy right here, which is the kind of deepest of the nude colors, and give myself a bit more definition. I'm gonna take a bit of this kind of gray color, and I'm gonna just kind of put it up a little bit. Now you could do a really pretty beauty look on your eyes and it would go really well with a cat look. You may not want to do this huge dramatic nose. You could just do a cute little nose. An angle brush, this one's from Sephora. It's the Pro Angled Liner. I'm gonna use that gray color. And underneath the eye, I'm gonna take it, and basically from the middle of my eye, I'm gonna go down, and we're gonna have that be our new kind of socket. Just giving myself a bit more of a cat eye. And so this will then go up like that. Just making myself look more like a cat. Tarte. This is the Make Believe in Yourself palette. You can see it right here. It's beautiful. I use my Sigma F70. So I'm using the color Fairy. And it's like a really pretty metallic. And that's gonna help marry up that gray color that we already put down. This purple is like a grape soda color, so it has a gray undertone to it rather than, it's more of a gray blue undertone rather than a red undertone purple. My Royal Langnickel BC 435. It's a really tiny pencil brush. And I'm gonna use the center color here. I actually have no idea what the name of this center color is. Also, mine broke. So I just have a little bit of it left, but a little bit goes a long way. And I'm gonna put it right there where I built out that extra bit of eye socket. And I'm gonna take my actual MAC 210 pencil brush and a bit of black eyeliner or black eyeshadow from the VISEART palette, this black one right here. And I'm just gonna bring it in on the outside where I had that line going up. Next, I'm gonna take your best friend in this look, which is a liquid eyeliner pen. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. I use this thing for everything. And I'm just gonna go over some of those lines that we already created. So this line out here, and I'm gonna go really far out and bring it in to make a bit of a cat eye with a liner. And I'm just filling that in. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It doesn't even need to be pretty. I am gonna bring it down onto my lower lash line a bit to marry up that cat look. Again, this is an extra step you don't need to do. And I'm gonna take it up underneath where I drew the gray earlier. this is pretty rough, just FYI. I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeliner in my lower lash line that will help accentuate that brightness that we're trying to get out of it. So I'm gonna use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, which is white. So now we're gonna do the most dramatic part of the cat tutorial, other than the brows and stuff and craziness that I've done to myself. I'm gonna do the nose and mouth area. So I'm gonna use a black gel liner because I feel like it'll stick better if you have black body paint or something like that. You could use it as well. I'm gonna use that angled liner brush again from Sephora. You can see how little it is and sharp and defined. And I'm using the Tarte. This is the black clay paint liner. So I'm gonna take right in between your Cupid's bow, so. Right there. And draw a black line straight down the middle part of your Cupid's bow. And from there, you're drawing the nose. And so we can outline the nose first so then it's easier. So it's the bottom part of your nose and you want it to kind of come down a little bit. So I kind of almost did like a little heart shape up here. And you're gonna come down and kind of paint in your nose. And we're gonna do some whiskers. So you want to do your upper lip black as well. I recommend doing it in a gel liner so that it sets for long wear. So I'm just going to use the same brush again, upper lip.
I look like a 5th grader in my makeup. Some days it just doesn't come together.
I guess I'm just not with it today. But I still look kind of like a cat, right? You could go to a party and people will be like,
oh yeah, that chick's a cat, yeah.
I'm gonna add a little bit of leopard print so you can see what that looks like. It's really easy to do, and sometimes I feel like with this kind of look it adds a little bit. So I'm gonna use that Kat Von D eyeliner pen, and really, don't be afraid. It's like little C's, little dots, little circles. Let's take some of this Rihanna Galaxy palette. I'm gonna use a small eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna spray this with Fix Plus. We're gonna use that color Sunburst. It's this guy right here. So we're moving from cat territory to leopard territory like really fast. So prepare yourself, strap yourself in. I'm gonna pull out this guy. Trophy wife. Oh my god, this stuff is insane. I'm starting to look a little cray. We've gone into leopard territory. Yeah, okay, I'll be back with my final thoughts on this craziness. Thank you for joining me again today on this really rough, hopefully quite easy to do with stuff that you already have, cat-inspired Halloween makeup. It went full leopard at some point, so yay, 2 looks in one, cat or leopard, or not so crazy eyebrow cat if you want. Borrow your cat ears from your kids, neighborhood kids, Target, wherever you like. But thank you for joining me. Come back in the next video and we'll do something more beauty focused that doesn't send me down a whirlwind of glitter and metallics. So happy Halloween, enjoy trick-or-treating or hitting a bar or whatever fun thing that you're gonna be doing. I will be at home, maybe in a costume, who knows. Thanks, bye-bye.